So just imagine for a minute that you can do whatever the hell you could ever imagine. Who would you be? Would you be selfish or caring? Empathetic or narcissistic? You are
faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive.
Would you use your abilities for greed or to extend a helping hand? The truth is, not you, not me, not anyone can answer that honestly. That uncertainty is exactly what makes stories about godlike beings living amongst us so compelling. Superman 2025 is great for many reasons. Gunn is able to depict Superman as someone we all want to be. Traits unlike the ones we have become so used to seeing associated with this character, or other archetypes. To the average person, the man who is stronger, faster, and smarter than every human has become a villain. So, of course we know Gunn's mission here. He is sure to lay it out, just in case you missed it.
I'm as human as anyone.
I'd be willing to bet whoever had the idea to replace the civilian Superman saving in this movie's script with a goddamn squirrel surely got a raise. If you thought Snyder and Henry Cavill's trilogy weren't too dark of films, you better have polarized glasses for Gunn and David Corensweat's Superman. Look, we know what the Superman stereotype has become, and we know that Gunn set out to shatter it, and that came with its own set of flaws. The opposite of what's become a norm definitely won't appeal to everyone. But it was time for the man who stands for truth, justice, and the American way to be what he was always meant to be, a moral hero. Superman is not evil. It's incredibly important that Superman, despite being in his early phases of crime fighting on Earth, knows exactly what he is doing. You see, when you have a character that can destroy anything by accident, you expect destruction. But when movies show mass destruction without reinforcing guilt, consequence, or moral weight, that's when problems arise. For me to buy into a story about a fucking god on Earth amongst what is supposed to be our society, it absolutely must ground certain elements by using something we call realism. This means if there is a fight in the middle of a city and buildings are being hit, people are getting imploded. It's the truth of the matter. So many films fail to depict powerful characters, aftermath of destruction, devastated families. These things often get swept under the rug. Watching scenes like this with no actual ramifications on the character or story shown is absolutely absurd. Not putting in an effort to change the setting of the fight, not trying to limit the damage caused when in control of the fight. This is not a hero I can get behind. While Batman vs. Superman does justify Man of Steel's lack of self-awareness, it never undid what was done wrong in 2013. Or even look at The Boys, when they gave us a look at how terrifying super strength can be. Ryan, learning to control his powers, can't safely shove another human lightly. It's a brutal but realistic depiction. This Clark is grounded by realism in the way he behaves during fights. He's diligent with his powers, even when he accidentally allows destruction to take place.
Everybody okay?
When he's fighting the T-Rex in the city, he is sure to limit destruction to the best of his ability, most essentially when lives could be at risk.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
When a skyline or citizens do face the threat of destruction, guess what? The guy with the speed and strength of a god is able to help. Gunn grounds Superman with diligent realism that gives him a moral obligation to be aware of his surroundings and how he uses his powers. Go figure.
All right.
The obsession every studio working on a Superman project has. To make the plot compelling, he must have an evil agenda or attributes of some kind. In Batman vs. Superman, He's fighting who should be his allies. In Justice League, he has to come back from the grave and, of course, has to fight the League. Every single representation or archetype. I'm not sitting here telling you all these works were bad, but they inevitably shared the same thing in common in some way. Gunn's intentions are refreshingly simple. Let Superman be heroic. Okay, the world's perception of you is flipped on its head, and everyone wants you thrown in jail. You panic to set things straight, but then someone takes your dog. That dog becomes your only concern.
It's a dog.
Yeah, and he's not even a very good one, but he's out there alone.
You despise Lex for taking his dog and setting a scene to capture your hero, capture you. You can't remain stoic and express your urge to have back what's yours.
Where's the dog?
You've been set up to be viewed out of context. You have acted belligerent in the eyes of the masses whose trust you want to win back so desperately. We all wanted Superman to hurt Lex anyway. There has to be a way he can use his powers to get revenge, but he lets it go. He turns himself in to Lex, not because he believes he was in the wrong, but because the way this Superman can achieve his heroic purpose comes from more than just his powers.
I'm trying to prove it still, as opposed to I really know it.
Our feelings and there are thoughts. Your feelings.
Gunn sums up Superman's inner moral battle perfectly.
It doesn't mean emotionally. The words Lex is saying don't hurt his feelings.
Right.
His humanity is too strong to not feel the need to address how people perceive his heroic intentions. Superman simply can't just opt to not care what others think.
I'm not here to rule over anybody, Lois.
Every hero suffers. There's usually a real person with separate problems on the other side of our favorite heroes. It's no different here. They did this right in Batman. Bruce rejected his regular life and used the mask as an escape from his pain. They seem to be doing it right in Brand New Day. The importance of a Spider-Man not relying on technology and having problems such as loneliness, loss, and paying for an apartment.
Give me rent.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
But, seriously, part of Clark's struggle comes from the duality of convincing people he is truly a human who lives amongst society as Superman without revealing his identity. We're talking about how we can see the repulse in Corensweat's face in the ending scene with Luthor.
Alien! That is where you've always been wrong about me, Lex.
The pain he suffers from in moments where he feels he is perceived as an otherworldly being with bad intentions is his struggle. Clark has to navigate being perceived as a normal man, then transition to having to convince everyone that he is still that same normal man as Superman. We needed to see a version of this character that goes against the grain. And here in 2025, that is depicting Superman as a true hero and someone who is not evil.
I put one foot in front of the other, and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human.